In this procedure, we will be testing and replacing the float switch on a Power Gear motorized hydraulic leveling system. The tools required for this procedure are 2 adjustable wrenches, a pick tool, and a multimeter.
This is that float switch that senses when that hydraulic fluid is in the reservoir or not. And with ours, you can tell that our fill line sticker is a little offset, and that will happen with age of the system. You want your hydraulic fluid within 3/4 inches of the top of that reservoir. If you have enough fluid, you can go ahead and remove your switch to test its functioning. So we'll disconnect the wire harness, grab a few of our tools. We have an adjustable wrench. Sometimes you can loosen it without a countersink, but normally you'll want 2 to hold the bottom nut in place, and then you can loosen the top. Be careful not to damage that rubber grommet. You might want to get a pick tool and gently pry that grommet out. Now this will be messy because it is submerged in that hydraulic fluid. You can grab a paper towel and rest it on your work surface. Grab your multimeter. Make sure that your terminals are plugged in, and you're going to switch it to test the continuity. So you'll take your terminals from your multimeter and place it in the end of this float switch. Since we're checking continuity, it doesn't matter which one you place it in. And when you move that bobber switch, your terminals should be sensing the open and close of the circuit. And then when your multimeter is sensing that continuity, it will open and close the circuit, and that shows that your float switch is working. So on our multimeter, when the bobber switch is in the float position, that means that the hydraulic fluid will be pushing it up. It reads no continuity, and when that bobber switch goes down, it will have a open circuit, and it will read 0.541 for the voltage. As you open and close that, the measurements should switch back and forth, and that will tell you if your float switch is working properly or not. Now we can reinstall our float switch and continue checking the system. So make sure that rubber grommet gets inserted. Make sure that washer is on top, and when you pull this up, you should be able to tighten this nut straight onto that float switch. And then I'm using an adjustable wrench and a 15/16 inch wrench. Just tighten it enough so that grommet is snug and that it's not going to leak the hydraulic fluid. And then reconnect your electrical connections.